In Abuja, particularly in districts like Wuse, around the Barnes axis, and the Central Business District near the National Mosque, as well as satellite communities like Jikwe, children are increasingly being used to solicit alms, presenting a growing safety concern for them. Some of these children are barely old enough for primary school yet, wave between moving vehicles, tapping on car windows, sometimes with their guardians, calling out to drivers as they navigate through traffic.
What are you going to tell me that even to beg is a walk? So it's even more risk for the parent to engage in such business. There are a lot of parents that don't want to do anything just to use their children for that. So federal government should pick them. That is why they have safe house to rehabilitate the parents, because it's a serious crime to set up a child to go and be begging on the street. What if a car fail brake? What will happen? That you are taking a life.
According to the National Bureau of Statistics, children accounted for about 7.85% of road crashes within the first quarter of 2026 alone. And while these children are exposed to risks of road accidents, the question remains who is responsible for their education, safety, and welfare.
Children are blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given to the parents. So it is the responsibility of the parent to look after their children. In Islam, it's not allowed to just take your children to the street to beg. No, that is not Islam. Islam says every parent has to take care of his own children.
For us Christians, if you don't provide for your children, if you don't nurture them, if you don't train them well, it's as good as denying the faith. It is not accepted in the Christendom. In fact, I'm aware that some of these people hire these children to go and do that. It has become a business to some of them. So if you love your child, you nurture your child, you guide that child, you give that child access to education, you train up that child well, you give that child future.
Though officials of the Federal Capital Territory Environmental Protection Board strive to protect the sanity of the environment, such activities have become a normal thing.
I also know that some task force may pick them at the end of pleading, they will release them. No. After arrest, what's next? Rehabilitation. And what's next? You look for those organizations that are doing to empowerment. You empower their parents. Once you empower their parents and you give them a little a soft grant, or you start them up, I believe you won't see them in the street again.
The presence of these children on the road who are supposed to be in the classroom is more than just a social concern. It is a direct concern to Nigeria's future and safety. In Abuja for News Central, Idong Joseph.